pretty solid piece here. And what I do is I like to apply a little alcohol to that, not much, and this is not the proper way to apply alcohol, but I like to apply a little bit to that, a little dab, and kind of cut it in a point shape, and that allows you down on that as you clean it and move it back and forth, both sides, and that way you don't have to take the cartridge apart. This is actually a cloth that is used in polishing silicon wafers, so it won't damage the contacts, and it's very a very good cloth to use for that. You can see all the dirt and oxidation I've been able to remove from this one cartridge for the Super Nintendo, or this Mario 2 cartridge. So that is one way of doing it. Another way is to take the cartridge and actually open it up. This is the way I was trained as a computer technician to repair clean contacts on computers. Fit down inside and remove the screws out of the game. You can remove the screws and once they're loose, that gives you access to the insides of the cartridge. Now you can see some of the connectors are kind of dirty. So now you can actually get access to the whole thing. But what I prefer, and what actually works very, very good, is to get just an ordinary pencil eraser and just real lightly erase the contacts. And you can actually see the difference as you go across them and clean the contacts. You can actually see the difference in where you've been and where you haven't. It may remove a small portion of the gold from the contacts, but that's all right if you don't brush real hard and go right through the gold to the copper. So just if you do it ever so slightly, ever so lightly, it does a very, very, very good job of cleaning the contacts. We'll lay that face down, put the cover back on. There are two little, in most of the cartridges, there's two little indexing pins that have to mate, and it's kind of tricky to get them back on. So if the screws are in it, so I dump the screws out, index it back together so it's back properly together, and then return the screws to where they were. Now don't over tighten the screw. If you over tighten the screws, you can actually strip out the plastic threads. They're very sensitive. What I'm going to show you now is how to repair the NES 002, the AC adapter. First thing you want to do on these is get your voltometer that you have, turn it on, and hopefully some of you have what they call continuity check. Continuity check is when the two leads are touching, it gives off an audible noise. You can hear it. Okay? First thing you want to do is put it on continuity check and check the primary windings of the AC adapter, and that's these two leads coming out. Touch them to the leads, and if it's opened, if you don't read anything and there's no beep, the AC adapter is probably not worth fixing. You may want to check to see if the cord is in good condition and the case is in good condition, and you may want to save that for pieces later on. But as far as repairing this adapter, if the primary winding is open, it's probably burned out and it's really difficult to fix. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for an AC adapter that has the primary windings closed so that when you touch this, it gives an audible beep. And then the next thing we want to look for is take this end, the barrel end, and put your leads across here, and it should be open. See, in this case, the secondary is closed, but the primary is open, and that means this is burned out, and so it's probably not worth fixing. So in a case where this is closed and this is open, then the chances are, as I will show you a little later on, the cable is broken. And so what we're going to do is there's 2 screws right here. We're going to take the cover off. We're going to effectively cut the wire approximately here and slide it up in here and effect repair. So we're going to do that. We're going to open this and I'll show you how to do that. First of all, we need a pair of needle nose pliers. That's on either side of the head. It's a flat head. And so what I use is a pair of real fine, thin needle nose pliers. And they'll fit right down inside, and you can feel when you've broken the screw loose, and you can pull the screws out. Okay? I've loosened that one. Now I'm going to loosen this one. Okay? And just using a regular needle nose like that, you can pull the screws out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause it now until I get the 2 screws out, and then once we get in, I'll show you what earlier. What you do is just loosen these 2 screws, and I've got them out far enough that now I can pull them out with the needle nose.